Well, we've enjoyed having Kato stay with us at Dog College. I'm going to go through Kato's obedience. The first thing I want to start off with is heel. Now you notice I've got Kato on my left side. I've got a loose leash. And so what I'm going to say to Kato is I'm going to say heel, and I'm going to step off my left foot. And her job is to stay right next to me, just like this. And if I have to tap her on the leash, I'll just give a quick correction. But this is what it should look like. You can notice there's a loop in the leash. She shouldn't be pulling me, she shouldn't be ahead of me. She should follow me, even when I turn, just like that. Good girl. And then when I stop, what I want you to do in the beginning is just put a little bit of tension on the line, just to get it fixed. Sit. Do that again. Heel. Because what we're looking for is the auto sit. Good. Heel. Good. Good girl. And she'll match my pace if I run. And again, you can see just right when I'm getting ready to stop, sit. And then the tension comes off. Good. And she's, she'll stay here until I tell her to do something else. Good girl. So to release her from this, I just simply say free. And she's free to move around. She just can't pull the leash, but she's free to kind of move around. You'd use this if you're potty breaking her or something like this. But what I don't want her doing is pulling you like she used to out on the end of the leash. So the next thing I want to show you is the sit. And sit's just like that, okay? So she's going to stay in this position. I can step away. I'm never going to call her back from this position. What I want her to know is that when I'm going to release her, I've got to come up and I've got to say free, good girl, and she's free to move around. And I can do the same thing if I was to do a down, just like that. Again, I don't want to call her from this position. I want her to relax in this position. So you notice I didn't use stay, I simply used down, okay? Now to come back and release her, it's the same thing. I walk over and I can either give her another command, or I can simply say free, and she's free to move around. Because I'm gonna do a couple of recalls with Kato. So when I have her, I'll wait for her to kind of be distracted. Kato! Good. Good. You see how she SITs in front of me? I just say free, she's free to move around. Good girl. Free. We'll wait for her to get distracted again. Act like I put something on the ground. Here. And that's what I want. I want that instant kind of response from her. I've done a lot of this training, so she's got this muscle response. When she actually hears her name, she turns around really quick. And so this is something that you need to work on with her. And I recommend working on her with her leash for a couple days. And the way I would do it, free, is just like this. I'd have her on a leash. Kato. Good. When she SITs in front of you just like that, a girl, you give her a treat or you can praise her and you say free. Then eventually she drags the leash around like you saw and you're set. Good. So the last thing I want to show you is the place bed command. And so with this place bed, I've got a narrower place bed out here for her right now. I'd recommend a little bit bigger one for her, but she knows this one, so I'm going to show it to you really quick. So what I can do at this point is I'm going to heel her over. I say place. And sometimes you want to give just a little bit of tension on the leash to steer them towards the bed. And then I step away. And she's got 2 rules she's got to follow on the bed. She can't bark or whine, but she can't get off. Other than that, she's free to sit, down, walk around on the bed as long as all 4 paws stay on the bed. And what she'll generally do after a minute is settle. If she was to get off the bed, I need to mark that behavior with a strong NO. And immediately within that, you need to spot it within 2 seconds of it happening, under 2 seconds. And then I need to give her a correction back to the bed. But I never want to give her pills or brush her out or trim her nails in the bed. I want her to be really, really calm on the bed. This is kind of her timeout, as long as she doesn't bark or whine or get off the bed. And to release her, I never call her off the bed from a distance. She knows for me to release her off the bed, is I have to say free. Atta girl. Yeah, and I can put it right back up there. Place. Just like that. And she'll hang out there, and if the bed was a little bit wider, she'll spin in a circle a lot quicker to lay down. But that's what place looks like. And there you go, you see her settling. So ideally at this point, if you wanted to, you could either praise her or you can walk over and toss a reward right here. Oh, girl, huh? But we've enjoyed her. She's been a little bit of a challenge in some ways, but she's a very smart dog, and she's definitely come a long ways.